They say your wedding day is supposed to be the happiest day of your life. But what happens when that day, the one you and your partner have dreamed of, starts slipping away into someone else's hands? It started with money. And like most stories about family, power, and expectations, it ended in chaos. This is the story of how our wedding nearly became a battlefield, and how we had to make a choice between peace and freedom, between gratitude and self-respect, between being the good children our families expected and the couple we were trying to become. It all started when my fiancé and I decided to keep things simple. We didn't want the glitz, the $1,000 centerpieces, the 200-guest chaos. Just something small, intimate, us. And for a moment, it felt like we were in control. But then the gifts started coming. Family members, ours, mostly mine, began offering money. At first, it felt like a blessing, a generous, unexpected show of support. They said things like, "We just want your day to be special," or "Let us help make it unforgettable." And we believed them, so we accepted. And that's when the demands began. It was subtle at first, a suggestion about the guest list here, a color palette preference there. Then it escalated. Your cousin has to be the flower girl. Uncle Mark must be a groomsman. The dresses shouldn't be too revealing. You can't play that song. This is a family wedding. We want our people there. Suddenly, our wedding wasn't ours anymore. It felt like a reunion, an event for them to live out their fantasies, to parade their ideal version of a family gathering in front of distant relatives they hadn't spoken to in years. Our vision, our peace, was unraveling by the day. We held meeting after meeting. We tried to compromise, but every compromise became a new expectation. Every attempt to please just opened the door wider for more interference. And one night, after yet another exhausting conversation filled with, "You can't say no to your aunt," and "It's just one more guest," we looked at each other and something broke. Not between us, but inside us. We were done. We crafted a message, a clear, polite, but firm message. We sent it to everyone who had contributed financially or was planning to. And this is what we said: "Thank you all for your kindness and generosity when it comes to our wedding. Unfortunately, it looks like we may not have been on the same page as the rest of you. When we were offered money for this wedding, we did not realize it came with strings attached. With so many requests and so many demands from people we didn't expect would think they had a say in our wedding, we have decided to give everyone their money back. Our understanding of what a gift is must be very different. If you would like to give us money without strings attached, or requests or demands, we will gracefully accept it. But if you believe a gift should come with stipulations, we must regretfully and politely decline." We thought we had done the right thing. We thought this was the adult thing to do, to draw a boundary, to clarify the difference between generosity and control. But what came next, we did not expect. The backlash was instant. Phone calls, voicemails, texts laced with guilt, disappointment, even rage. "You're ungrateful. You're spoiled. How dare you lecture us about what a gift is?" Some told us they wouldn't be attending the wedding at all, as if that were a punishment, as if their absence was the worst thing that could happen. It wasn't. Honestly, it felt like relief. Her parents, who had never once made a demand, told us we did the right thing. They had quietly gifted us a small amount. No expectations, no caveats. They understood. But mine? My parents were livid. They couldn't believe we'd embarrassed them like this, that we'd return money as if it were an insult. But what no one seemed to understand was, it wasn't about the money. It was about who we were allowed to be. Two adults, planning a sacred, once-in-a-lifetime day. And instead of being met with trust or respect, we were given terms and conditions. And when we said no, they called us the problem. And so, as we sat on the floor that night, guest lists scattered around us, half-finished invites, wine glasses untouched, we started to talk about something that had felt impossible just weeks before. Canceling the whole thing. Walking away. Not from each other, never that, but from the noise, from the politics, from the performance. We talked about the wilderness, about disappearing for a while, getting married somewhere quiet, with no choreography, no performances, no guest list dictated by who paid the most. Just us. And maybe that was the moment we became us for real. Not just a couple planning a wedding, but partners choosing themselves, each other. A new life not dictated by obligation. That message, the one we sent, sparked a storm. And maybe the wording wasn't perfect. Maybe the line, our understanding of what a gift is must be very different, came off as passive-aggressive to some. Maybe we could have said it with more diplomacy. Some suggested we should have called each person individually, or just smiled, accepted the money, and ignored the requests. But to us, silence is complicity. And we were done being silent. Because once you let people pay to control your milestones, they'll try to buy a say in every chapter of your life. Your wedding, your home, your first child, your holidays, your peace. We wanted to start this marriage with a clean table. No debts, no obligations disguised as gifts. Just love, clarity, honesty. And now, we're halfway to eloping. Halfway to throwing out the rented tuxes and flower arrangements. Halfway to leaving behind the spreadsheet of seating charts and choosing a mountaintop instead. We don't know yet what we'll do, but we do know this. We're not for sale. Not our day. Not our love. Not our future. So, are we the assholes? For standing our ground? For drawing a line between gratitude and self-betrayal? For believing a gift is only a gift if it comes with nothing but love? You tell us. Was it too harsh? Too direct? Or was it, finally, the first decision of our marriage that truly belonged to us? Because of doing this, returning the money, refusing the control, choosing peace over performance, makes us assholes, then maybe we're okay with that. Because we'd rather be assholes with freedom than puppets with a perfect cake. This story cuts deep, not just because of the drama, but because of what it says about control, expectations, and the quiet pressure that creeps in when love gets transactional. A wedding isn't just a party, it's a mirror that reflects every dynamic in your family, every unresolved boundary, every unspoken resentment. And when money enters the picture, so does power. Here's the truth. A gift is not a contract. It's not a down payment on your opinion. It's not a vote. It's an act of love. Clean, clear, and free. And if it comes with a list of demands, it's not a gift. It's a leash. This couple didn't burn bridges. They handed back the matches and still got blamed for the fire. So here's the question we'll leave you with. What would you do if your happiness came with a price tag? Would you pay it? Or would you walk away? Hands empty, heart intact? Let us know in the comments. And if you've ever had to choose between pleasing your family and protecting your peace, you're not alone. This is AITA Story Vault, and we're just getting started.